It was going down, guys. TalkNorwichCity here, back for another match day experience. Today, we're taking on Crystal Palace at home, and it's going to be a nervy affair, I think. But one, I think we're going to pull through. Obviously, injury problems surround our club at the moment. Snodgrass and also Pilkington out injured, so we're very limited on the wingers. We could possibly see Josh Murphy make his first Premier League start. Also, Elmander might push out to the left, who knows. But that left wing position is the one we need to sort of fill today. Right wing, I would have thought Redmond will be coming in there. I would have thought Hoop will start. Very, very tough game, really. Obviously, Crystal Palace have got a new manager. They haven't got much quality, but they're fighting for points, and it's not going to be an easy game. No game in the Premier League is going to be easy. Anyway, follow me around. Let's hope for 3 points. Let's go. So I'm back from the game, and it was a really good 3 points in the end, actually, beating Crystal Palace 1-0 thanks to a really well worked Gary Hooper goal. I went to you guys on Twitter and asked for your thoughts. At the end of the day, this is a community-based channel, really, so your guys' thoughts are just as important as mine. We'll start off with Leon James Music. He says, good result, but can't say the same about the performance. Lack of ambition and hunger. Elmander was poor, Olsen definitely man of the match, and I would agree with that comment to some stretch, but I wouldn't say that there's a lack of ambition and hunger there. I think all the players are very ambitious and very hungry. Admittedly, though, the performance wasn't there, but I don't think you can blame the players for that. The players did exactly what they needed to do and what they were told to do. But definitely, Elmander was poor and Olsen was man of the match. Let's move on. Talk Aston Villa, fellow for the front three host, said essential 3 points gain. Surprised Houlihan started. Hooper producing goals are key in Norwich's campaign. And he said, then for me, the victory simply covers the cracks. Next 4 matches are extremely critical for Houghton's longevity as manager. Again, completely agree. I think the 3 points is more important than the performance today. We had to get a win against a really average Crystal Palace side. I thought they were very poor. The only player that really stood out for me was Jedinak and also Cameron Jerome. The others didn't really turn up. Admittedly, like I said against West Ham, I think today again is papered over the cracks. The performance wasn't great, but at the end of the day, we haven't got to be entertained to stay up. As long as we're picking up points, I don't care how we win. As long as we win, and we won today. Tom Riley says 3 points is great. Poor performance though. Would have lost against a team with some half-decent players. Again, agree with that. Rizza Kick says a much needed 3 points, but it was a very poor side. I can see Norwich struggling against Liverpool. Again, what can I say? Definitely. Ed Butterworth says, okay first half, very bad second half. Thankfully, Palace are bad and worse than us. They did have okay spells though. Will Carter should have started Becchio. Ed Butterworth then says, a loss at Anfield and failure to beat West Brom will lead to the Swansea home game being like today / West Ham game. I'm sort of assuming there he means a lot of pressure, and definitely. And Jack Sims says, good win, get rid of Houghton, especially as fans are cheering for subs and still like Murphy should have gone on. And he says there about cheering on subs, I assume he means about the Becchio, because when Becchio come on, it was like we'd just scored a goal. It was unbelievable. I've never heard a standing ovation, I've never seen a standing ovation and rapturous applause for a substitute coming on before. But Becchio, fair play to him, you know, he's waited for his chance and he played okay when he came on, although it wasn't like the 80th minute. But let's get into the game anyway. The goal was a Gary Hooper goal. Really well worked from us, actually. We for the first sort of 20 minutes, we were really struggling to break Crystal Palace down, and it was good tactical awareness from us. We let Palace then come at us for a bit, sort of play football, let them get out of positions because they were set up very rigidly by their new manager, Tony Pulis. And when they did get the ball, they tried to lump it forward, but we sort of gave them a bit of space and let them run at us. Jedinak was sort of leading the play from the middle of the park, and we caught them out of position. Redmond, absolutely fantastic run down the right-hand side. Whips it over to Houlihan, who plays a lovely little ball back into Hooper, and he can't miss from about 4 yards out. And it was a really great start to the first half. Really, we were playing great football, and then as soon as we scored the goal, we just fell to pieces. Straight after, Crystal Palace should have scored. Barry Bannon with an absolutely screaming shot. It was flying top corner. I've never seen a goal line clearance like it. Martin Olsson, take a bow, son. Unbelievable. He just stuck his head in the way of this absolutely rifling shot from Barry Bannon. Somehow got it away. Unbelievable scenes. And Martin Olsson was definitely my man of the match today. He was incredible in that left back position. He was all over the park, and he's just so much better than Garrido in every aspect. He really is class. Again, really impressed with Nathan Redmond. I thought he was really good today, getting at players. He was a bit wasteful at times, but let's not forget he is only 19 and his development's really key at this moment. So if we let him have a bit of freedom, he's going to improve. Surprised Murphy didn't have a part to play, but again, this isn't really the time to be trying out young 17-year-olds in a must-win Premier League game. So I can understand where Chris Hughton's coming from. I thought Houlihan actually did an okay job. I didn't want him to start, but he did do very well. His touch is sublime, his pass is sublime. He's just lost a yard of pace since last season, and I think he's missing Grant Holt quite a lot, because that partnership was lethal, and it's unfortunate that Holt's gone, and Houlihan hasn't really got a strike partner he's established with yet. Second half, it was abysmal, absolutely abysmal. How Palace didn't score, I don't know. Ruddy made a few really good saves. Cameron Jerome had a fantastic opportunity to level it late on. They should have had a few penalties. I think if you watch it on Match of the Day tonight, Basson was climbing on one of their guys at the end, and also it looked like a handball in the first half. So Palace will maybe count themselves a bit unlucky, but Palace will be going down. I think they are very average, and we made them look better than they were today. They've got no real quality in that team. I don't know, they might surprise me, but I can't see them staying up with that team, especially when they play the big boys like the Manchester United and Man Cities of the world. Anyway, 3 points up to 14th. What can I say? Is it just papered over the cracks? I think it probably is. It probably is. We take on Liverpool on Wednesday, and then West Brom away. Two really tricky games that I can't see many points coming out of that. I'm going to the West Brom game, so I'll be making a video on that. I'm actually experienced type thing. Then we take on Swansea the weekend after that. And what can I say? That's going to be a tough game. And if we lose both of our away games, it's going to be a must-win game again. And we can't keep relying on winning home games, because eventually we'll crack under the pressure at home. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I've been TalkNorwichCity. Subscribe to me on YouTube where you're watching this video. Also, follow me on Twitter at TalkNorwichCity. That's where all the latest updates go. And my clothing line is live. So Big Cartel, my Big Cartel store. It links in the description. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Have a good week.